The last time New York City renters saw a rent freeze was back in 2020, and now that possibility is back on the table as the Rent Guidelines Board public hearings gets underway. This, as Zillow says, the average rent in New York City is more than $3,000.
The tenants, united, will never be defeated.
Tenants rallied outside a public hearing Thursday, demanding a rent freeze as the city's Rent Guidelines Board considers whether to raise rents or hold them steady for millions of rent-stabilized New Yorkers. Wanda Martinez is on a fixed income and says it's sometimes a struggle to afford rising rent and paying for medical care.
I had deductibles, I had co-pays, and medications are expensive. I happen to use an inhaler, and that can cost up to maybe $200 sometimes.
Both tenants and landlords came out to the Jamaica Performing Arts Center to make their voices heard at the first of 4 Rent Guidelines Board public hearings. The 9-member board has already issued its preliminary vote on proposed rent increases, with a possible range of 0 to 2% for 1-year leases and 0 to 4% for 2-year leases. Ann Korchak is a landlord and president of Small Property Owners of New York. She says the cost of keeping up apartment buildings continue to rise.
Sometimes deferring maintenance instead of a capital improvement, instead of replacing a roof, you're repairing a roof. And at some point, you just can't continue to put a Band-Aid on. You really need the extra revenue.
A rent freeze was a key campaign promise from Mayor Zohran Mamdani, although he does not have direct authority over the decision. That power rests with the Rent Guidelines Board. He appointed 6 new members back in February. A final decision will come later this month as landlords and tenants make their case on both sides of the debate.
My family's operating 2 buildings that were built 130 years ago. So it's expensive to upkeep old housing.
Everyone's #1 household burden is rent, right? Like that's the biggest thing that comes out of our monthly paychecks. And so, yeah, it's definitely a difference maker.
The debate continues Monday with a public hearing at Hostos Community College in the Bronx. A final vote comes down on June 25th.